In the world of contemporary art, few works have sparked as much outrage, debate, and controversy as Andres Serrano's 1987 photograph, Immersion, Christ. The piece, which depicts a small plastic crucifix submerged in what the artist says is his own urine, ignited a firestorm when it was first exhibited. But beyond the initial shock value, Immersion, Christ, raises thought-provoking questions about the role of religion in art, the boundaries of artistic expression, and what constitutes sacrilege in an increasingly secular society. In 1987, Andres Serrano, a relatively unknown artist at the time, unveiled a photograph at the Stooks Gallery in New York City. The image depicted a small plastic crucifix submerged in a golden, amber-like liquid. The visual aesthetics of the piece were striking. The crucifix appeared to float in a warm, glowing atmosphere, creating an almost ethereal effect. However, the tranquil appearance of the artwork belied its controversial nature. The title of the piece, Immersion, Christ, revealed that the golden liquid surrounding the crucifix was, in fact, the artist's own urine. This revelation would soon spark a firestorm of controversy that would extend far beyond the confines of the art world. Initially, the artwork was well received within artistic circles. Critics praised its visual composition and the thought-provoking nature of its concept. The piece was seen as a bold statement, challenging viewers to reconsider their perceptions of religious iconography and the nature of art itself. It was viewed as an edgy, boundary-pushing work, but it had not yet captured widespread public attention. This period of relative calm came to an end in 1989 when the artwork received an award from the Southeastern Center for Contemporary Art. The accolade brought Christ increased visibility and recognition within the art community. However, it also set the stage for the controversy that was about to unfold. The turning point in the story of Christ came when it was revealed that the award Serrano had received was partially funded by the National Endowment for the Arts, NEA, a U.S. government agency dedicated to supporting artistic projects. This information ignited a fierce debate about the appropriateness of using taxpayer money to fund controversial art. Leading the charge against the artwork were U.S. Senators Al D'Amato and Jesse Helms. They expressed outrage that Serrano had received $15,000 for the work, with $5,000 coming from the NEA. The senators argued that it was unacceptable to use public funds for art that they deemed offensive and blasphemous. The controversy quickly spread beyond political circles. Religious groups, particularly Christian organizations, denounced the artwork as an attack on their faith. They viewed the submersion of a sacred symbol in bodily fluid as a deliberate act of desecration. As news of the controversy spread, Christ became a topic of national debate. The artwork was discussed in homes, churches, and media outlets across the country, with passionate arguments being made on both sides of the issue. As the controversy raged, many people wondered about the intentions behind Christ. Andres Serrano, the artist at the center of the storm, offered his perspective on the artwork and its meaning. Contrary to the assumptions of many critics, Serrano revealed that he was a practicing Catholic. He maintained that Christ was not intended as an attack on religion, but rather as a serious work of Christian art. Serrano explained that his goal was to provoke thought about the commercialization and trivialization of religious symbols in contemporary culture. In his own words, Serrano stated, "What it symbolizes is the way Christ died. The blood came out of him, but so did the urine and the feces. Perhaps if Christ upsets you, it's because it gives some sense of what the crucifixion actually was like." Despite Serrano's explanations, many people remained unconvinced or unaware of his intentions. The artwork had taken on a life of its own, becoming a symbol in the broader cultural conflicts of the late 1990s and early 1990s. The controversy surrounding Piss Christ had significant real-world consequences, both for Serrano personally and for the institutions involved in funding and displaying his work. Serrano himself became the target of intense criticism and even threats. He received hate mail and death threats from those who viewed his work as blasphemous. The controversy also had a negative impact on his career, as he lost grants and opportunities due to the backlash. The National Endowment for the Arts faced severe repercussions as well. In response to the controversy, the agency's budget was cut by 40%. New guidelines were implemented, requiring the NEA to consider general standards of decency in its grant-making process. These changes had a chilling effect on the agency's ability to fund potentially controversial art. The controversy also sparked a broader debate within the art world about the limits of artistic freedom and the role of government funding in the arts. Many artists and institutions found themselves grappling with questions of self-censorship and the potential consequences of creating or displaying provocative work. As Piss Christ gained notoriety, it began to be exhibited internationally, often sparking controversy wherever it was displayed. In 1997, the artwork was exhibited at the National Gallery of Victoria in Australia. The display prompted a strong reaction from religious groups, with the Catholic Archbishop of Melbourne attempting to obtain a court injunction to prevent the exhibition. When legal efforts failed, some individuals took more direct action. One person attempted to remove the photograph from the gallery wall, while two teenagers attacked it with a hammer. The gallery received numerous threats, leading to the eventual cancellation of the exhibition. This incident demonstrated that the power of Piss Christ to provoke strong reactions extended far beyond its country of origin. These international incidents highlighted the global nature of the debates surrounding Piss Christ. The artwork had become a flashpoint for discussions about the boundaries between art and blasphemy, and the tension between freedom of expression and respect for religious beliefs. The controversy surrounding Piss Christ reached its apex in 2011 when the artwork was on display at the Collection Lambert in Avignon, France. On April 17th of that year, a group of Christian protesters entered the gallery and attacked the artwork. Armed with hammers and other sharp objects, the protesters managed to break through the protective plexiglass and damage the photograph beyond repair. In the same attack, another of Serrano's works, a photograph of a meditating nun, was also destroyed. This act of vandalism marked a disturbing escalation in the Piss Christ controversy. What had begun as a debate about artistic merit and freedom of expression had now resulted in the physical destruction of the artwork itself. The incident in Avignon sparked renewed discussions about the protection of controversial art and the limits of protest. It also raised questions about the role of art institutions in safeguarding works that might provoke strong reactions. Even decades after its creation, Piss Christ continues to be a subject of debate and discussion. In 2012, when the artwork was displayed in New York, religious groups called on President Obama to condemn it, demonstrating the enduring nature of the controversy. The ongoing dialogue surrounding Piss Christ has evolved to encompass broader discussions about art, religion, and freedom of expression in the 21st century. Scholars, critics, and the general public continue to grapple with the questions raised by the artwork and its reception. Some defend Piss Christ as a powerful commentary on the commercialization of religious symbols and the nature of faith in the modern world. Others maintain that it is an unnecessary provocation that disrespects deeply held religious beliefs. These ongoing debates reflect the complex and often contentious relationship between art and religion in contemporary society. They also highlight the enduring power of images to provoke strong emotional and intellectual responses. The controversy surrounding Piss Christ has had a lasting impact on both the art world and broader society. It has influenced how we think about the boundaries of art and the role of provocative imagery in public discourse. In the art world, the Piss Christ controversy has become a touchstone for discussions about artistic freedom and the challenges of creating challenging, thought-provoking work. Many artists have been inspired by Serrano's boldness, while others have become more cautious about addressing religious themes in their work. On a societal level, the Piss Christ debate has contributed to ongoing discussions about the limits of free speech and the role of art in challenging societal norms. It has raised important questions about how we balance respect for religious beliefs with the protection of artistic expression. The controversy has also highlighted the power of art to spark public debate and shape cultural discourse. Piss Christ demonstrated that a single artwork could become a focal point for discussions about fundamental societal values and beliefs. The story of Piss Christ offers several valuable lessons for understanding the role of controversial art in society today. Firstly, it demonstrates the immense power of images to provoke strong reactions. In an age of social media and instant global communication, this lesson is more relevant than ever. Artists and institutions must be prepared for the potential consequences of creating and displaying provocative work. Secondly, the Piss Christ controversy underscores the importance of context in understanding art. Without knowledge of Serrano's background or intentions, it's easy to misinterpret Piss Christ as a simple act of provocation. This highlights the need for effective communication between artists, institutions, and the public. Is Immersion, Piss Christ, a work of profound religious devotion or an act of unforgivable sacrilege? Does it deserve to be celebrated as a masterpiece of contemporary art or condemned as a cheap and tawdry provocation? If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the world of art history.